Hi, welcome to IBC 2024. We're here at the Adobe booth. Today we're going to be talking about color management, a new refreshed visual treatment in Premiere Pro, and the new properties panel. So at Adobe, we are getting really serious about color in Premiere Pro, and the very beginning of this new revamped color management system is to have a wide gamut working color space. So let me show you what this looks like. We're here in the Lumetri color panel, and we can work in direct Rec 709, which is what everyone is used to from the past, but we can actually change it now to a wide gamut working color space. Now, we're using the ACES CCT color space. This doesn't mean that we have a whole ACES workflow, but what it does mean is that we now have a much larger color space to work in. You're going to get better colors and better fidelity out of your results. So let me show you an example of what this looks like. Let me find a clip here where we've got bright sunlight coming in the window. And I'm gonna set it to Rec 709, and I'm gonna do an adjustment because this is a bit overexposed. If I bring this exposure down, you're gonna notice that it starts to look a bit muddy, and also the scopes really flatten out. You can see here how the scopes flatten out. Now, watch what happens when I change this to wide gamut. Just with this one setting, we see that we regain all of this color detail. The scopes are no longer flat, and this is because of that wide gamut working color space. We are automatically detecting that this clip is Sony Log 3, and that is automatically being transformed into the wide gamut working color space. And just to prove to you that this is in fact log, I can turn off the color management altogether, and we can see that this is what it looks like originally. So this is not using a LUT, it's using our own inbuilt color management system. It also, you have the control for advanced controls. So once you start sort of understanding how color management works, you can actually go in here and control everything from the way things are being tone mapped, and it has all the controls that you need under the hood to really go in precise and get deep with your color management settings. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is the new properties panel in Premiere, which can be found up here. And what this does is it aggregates all of the most commonly used tools that you need so that you can get to them quickly. And it's context sensitive. So if I choose a video clip, it's going to show me, settings that are required for editing video. If I choose an audio clip, it's got the most basic stuff for audio. But it also works with multiple clips selected at once. So let's say I want to adjust the cropping of all of these clips at once. This is actually new, the ability to have crop as an intrinsic effect, which means it's available on every single clip by default. And now, because I had everything selected, you notice that as I'm going through, it has applied that crop to every single clip on my timeline. It also works with text. So if I choose these graphics here, I could choose to change the background color, and now I've changed that graphic, but I've also changed it over here as well. We've also refreshed the visual look of Premiere, and we have now the Spectrum design system inside Premiere, which is the Adobe standard design system. And so we've got 3 different visual modes. Now, you might never want to use the light system, but there are people who actually like that. I myself prefer the dark mode. We have accessible colors as well, which means that it's going to add just a little bit more contrast around buttons so that you can see them and they stand out. Notice how all the buttons are just like a little bit more visual now. And what this really is aiming to do is have visual consistency throughout all the Adobe Creative Cloud apps by using the same design system.